Moving on to tomorrow's set of matches. Two more matches. We look at the other half of the UCL bracket. Barcelona and Borussia Dortmund, and then the other match being PSG and Aston Villa. To be honest, I'm going to start with the easier one of the two to discuss. PSG, Aston Villa. I don't like how Aston Villa has looked. They haven't been, how can I say, consistent. They've come to be pretty kind of unpredictable, in my opinion. I mean, they just came up and won about against Nottingham Forest. Let me go look at some of their fixtures here. Oh, coming into this, they've been playing well.
Yeah, they beat Forest, they beat Brighton. I think they're on a win streak actually.
Yeah, they're on a win streak. I guess it was before yeah, I'm thinking back to the Newcastle loss. That's so far. That's way too long ago.
Yeah, they've been playing actually pretty well. They only
Since
lost in
yeah,
like the past 10 games. More like 15 is the Crystal Palace drawing against Ipswich, Liverpool. They've
yeah,
been
Crystal
they've been
Palace
good.
loss was shocking. Okay, so now that I'm looking at this, PSG, let me look at you. Okay, PSG is doing
PSG,
as I expected him to do.
PSG have definitely even been even stronger coming into this game. I think they won the league this past weekend too. So all they really
That's
have
not
to focus
surprising.
on is Champions League. So for me personally, I think this is the end of Villa's great run.
I was about to say the same.
Um, like another like just like Bayern, like y'all have a good run. I think they need to focus on getting back to the Champions League via the league. I
Which is already going to be tough. However, thanks to Arsenal's effort today, the fifth position is an additional Champions League spot, but you know,
thank you, Arsenal,
it,
finally being useful for once. And
but it is going to be tough. It is going to be tough. There's about what six, no, 7 games left, 7 matches left, and it's a dogfight between Chelsea, Newcastle, Manchester City,
and
and
Dylan's
themselves, Aston Villa, for that 4 or 5 spot. Chelsea and Newcastle, same tied for 53. My city has 52, and then Aston Villa right behind with 51. So it's
it's gonna be a really tough run and really really tough. Me personally, I'm just gonna say, well, I can save that prediction for the next topic. But as far as Villa goes, they need to fight. I think they'll have a really good game over two legs against PSG. I don't think they have the firepower to power them through. PSG are just better. They have more experience in the league. This is their one thing that they've wanted the since they've been a club, since they started signing these players, since the days of Ronaldinho and Beckham. Like this is all they wanted, and that's why I'm wearing their jersey. And I'm like, yeah, this is their year to win the Champions League. And I think, especially with Arsenal looking to progress, it's advantage PSG for this. And
okay.
they need to get by Villa.
I agree
I
with
don't
you.
think it'll be a cakewalk, but they should beat them over two legs.
Okay, I agree with you with the point on PSG. I also believe that they should beat Aston Villa over 2 legs. Um, and there's really nothing else I have to add. Because you've pretty much summed it all up quite quite good, I might add. So I guess the only thing I would say is with the way Marcus Rashford has been playing, I think that is, and I can't believe I'm going to say this about a former Manchester. Well, I guess I can say this about a former Manchester United player because he's no longer wearing the red. Because you wouldn't catch me saying this about him, if he was still wearing the red. But I do think if there's going to be a surprise and Aston Villa somehow, some way comes out and goes through, I do think it's going to be because of their new signings, Marcus Rashford being at the front, and um, the other signing, I forget his name at the moment.
Arsenio, who is on loan,
Asensio, Marco
yeah,
Asensio.
is
Yep,
he even going to be allowed to play?
that
Can
is
he
a
play?
good question. Let me look that up. So it says here, yes, he is eligible to play.
Yep,
Not only that, he can play against he can even play against PSG.
yep, he can play against. Yeah, okay, cool. That's That's good. That's good. But I think more on Rashford, Marcus and Asensio are gonna have a streets won't forget type performance before they get knocked out. Respectfully, it's just not gonna be enough. I don't think you really can beat with two on loan players as good as they are. I think Asensio is on loan from PSG for a reason, the same reason Rashford.
I
What?
mean, because Dembele has found himself. That's the reason. Dembele has found himself. I know Barcelona is looking at this like, where was this while you were here? Because I cannot lie, the guy has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I think they will play well. It's just not going to be enough. I and I think their best chance of actually qualifying for the Champions League, they need to win the FA Cup. They can if they win the FA Cup, they qualify for the Champions League. So
I
they don't
mean,
have to finish top. They should try to, but they also have a plan B in case that doesn't work out. And I think whatever path it takes, get into the Champions League, sign Asensio fully, sign Rashford fully. You have the money, and then they'll be all
that's fair. You know, Man City is also trying to go for the FA Cup. We have Nottingham Forest in the next leg. Aston Villa has Crystal Palace, and so you know, assuming they win, they got to see us. And to be honest, I know Pep would feel much better um, if we were to gain qualification into the Champions League by winning the FA Cup, so we don't even have to worry about stressing about this table. Because right now, that logjam of four for two spots is crazy.
right. Yeah,
So
yeah. You guys also have to get past Nottingham Forest to see either Aston Villa or Crystal Palace. So let's
I
not.
know I'm not underestimating them. Hold on, man.
Uh,
I'm not underestimating them because the f- you, we don't realize there's only 7 games left, and Nottingham Forest is in third place.
yeah,
That is insane to think about.
yep. They're having one of the best dark horse seasons I've seen in years. Just
Honestly,
and
honestly.
they could reach the FA Cup final. They could win it. Like it's actually a real possibility for them. Yeah, they're having a great year.
So
They're not to be.
trust and believe. I'm not underestimating him in the slightest. But it's going to be a tough match. I just believe my guys should be enough to make it through. I know we don't have Haaland, but my guys should be enough to make it through. Um, but bringing it back to Champions League, we do have one more match tomorrow to kind of preview. Barcelona and Borussia Dortmund. To be honest, I don't think there's much left. There's much to say about this. Barcelona has been having a great season. As for Borussia Dortmund, they have not. They are one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eighth in the Bundesliga, and by all accounts, will not be qualifying for Champions League next season. So yeah, I think this Borussia Dortmund will make some kind of effort to make it a match. They probably will score um, 1 or 2 goals in this leg, but in this tie here, not the tie, the whole tie, but this leg here. But I do think Barcelona is going to outscore them. I wouldn't be surprised to see a score line of 4-2 tomorrow.
It's time to send those fraudulent bums of BVB back to Germany. Like send them like this. I've never I've never seen a team like when it comes to frauds, when you're talking of the all time great fraudulent teams like Spurs and Arsenal, people always forget about Borussia Dortmund. All right, they're right up there with the best of them, and I've seen enough, and it's time for them to go home. Barcelona do the needful, slap them around, uh, like just play your kids, play your teenagers. This is gonna be like a training match. Just do what needs to be done to send them home because I am so tired of that team. I don't like those. I don't like Dortmund anymore at all. I am not giving them any type of respect. Just wrap it up quickly so we can go on to the more important games like the PSGs and the Arsenal and the Inter game. This one is it's like giving them a buy. It's not a buy round. It's like a what is it called? It's a buy round for them. They just have to show up and play. That's it.
I have nothing else to add, man. I have nothing else to add. I have nothing else to add. I've
I
been
don't know.
disappointed.
Nobody
I've been
believes.
disappointed by BVB too many times.
Yeah,
If BVB may somehow wins this tie, I'll be very surprised.
yeah.
If BVB somehow makes it to the final, oh my gosh.
He'll be one of the greatest shocks. I thought Arsenal beating Real Madrid 3-0 was a shock, but by BVB beating Barca would be even more of a shock. That would be like how
Right.
did they pull that? Nobody believed in them, and they did it.
At all. All right. And this concludes our Champions League portion. Catch us back next week when we discuss how all the other matches went. And yeah, surprises, surprises.